Hi, everyone, and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI podcast. My name is Kevin Hicks, and I'm the lead beat writer for Arizona State on Sports Illustrated. And I will join you today, as I do every day, to discuss a momentous occasion for the Arizona State Sun Devils baseball team. It feels like we've been talking about them a lot lately, and rightfully so, because it's this time of year to get into the baseball tournament season. Um, Arizona State was officially selected on Monday morning to make the tournament after, let's say, a tepid end of the season. 0-4 in the last four games, got swept by Oklahoma State in the final series of the season in Stillwater. Lost to BYU, who was just snuck into the Big 12 tournament to begin with as the 12th seed. That was the first time they had been shut out all season long. So, not the best finish to the season going into the tournament. The metrics didn't necessarily love them as a tournament team profile wise. They were 48th in RPI coming into today, and that's about where the cut line is between a team that makes it and a team that's on the wrong side of it. So they were very fortunate to get in, largely because of a collection of quality wins and a potent lineup that can beat anybody on any given day. So they have a fighting chance now. Willie Bloomquist gets in his first tournament as head coach of Arizona State ever since taking over in 2022. And the 35 and 22 Sun Devils will be facing the 41 and 15 UC Irvine Anteaters, who this season pretty much took care of business in the Big West Conference. And they have several other massive wins. They beat Oregon State, who was a national power on the road. They took care of UCLA, who's hosting this region as the number 15 overall seed at home. They took out Texas Tech twice in a series. They beat Nebraska. They pushed Vanderbilt to the brink of defeat early in the season. They did lose to Vandy, but they pushed them very much so. So this is not going to be a walk in the park for Arizona State. UC Irvine is a very good team, and you're going to have to see Isaiah Jackson come through 16 home runs and led the team this season. You're going to have to see Matt King, who is the Big 12 newcomer of the year, come through. He hit over 400 this year, 7 homers. Very, very efficient offensive player, newcomer of the year for a reason. You're going to have to see the offense come alive because the pitching staff likely won't have their backs. 5.27 ERA is a collective unit this season. Lots of struggles, particularly in the later part of the season. It's going to be tough for them. As for information for the broadcast, the game will be 6 p.m. Arizona time on Friday night. UC Irvine, as earlier stated, the game will be broadcast nationally, but it's on ESPNU, so make sure you either have it on your cable packages or streaming on ESPN Plus, or if you go somewhere to watch it, make sure they have it there. So let's see what happens in that game. If they are to win, they are likely to play UCLA, who is the number 15 national seed. So that's one of the lower seeds out of teams that are hosting a regional. So they got in a fairly favorable bracket if they beat UC Irvine. If they lose that game, they will be forced to face the Mountain West champions, Fresno State, who just went 31 and 29 during the course of the season. But when you're in an elimination game, all bets are off, and you do not want to start off on the wrong foot. You want to have at least a little bit of leverage going into the second day of the regional. And if they are able to somehow win it, Super Regional could be in play for the first time since 2010, which was also the last time they made the College World Series. And that is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of Arizona State fans. This is a proud program, 5-time national champions, produced baseball legends such as Reggie Jackson, who's Mr. October himself, Barry Bonds, the all-time home run leader in MLB history, current studs such as Merrill Kelly, who's the starting pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Spencer Torkelson, who's having a breakout season with the Detroit Tigers, Dustin Pedroia, who comes back to campus very often. He was a Boston Red Sox legend. When you have this much history, this much winning, this much prestige, and this many amazing baseball players that come out of your program, you expect greatness. And the 3 seed, in the region gives you a fighting chance, but that is not what this team should have done. They should have been so much more this season. That unfortunately doesn't matter now. They have to take care of what's in front of them. The offense has to get going. As I said earlier, first time they got shut out all season last week against BYU in the opening game of the Big 12 tournament. So it's going to be a long few days for the Sun Devil program. They're going to do everything they can to get ready for UC Irvine. And Friday night, it's go time. The Sun Devils absolutely have to win the Friday night game. There is no negotiating that whatsoever. And even if they fall short in the regional, if you can get a win or two and push a couple of the teams that are ahead of you, that's fine. That gives Coach Willie Bloomquist extra motivation, extra fuel, and extra mileage to make it into next season with a team that's constructed better. It gives him time to work through the NIL troubles, and the future of Sun Devil baseball still could be very bright despite being an exit in the regional, if that is what ultimately happens. So, a little shorter episode today. That's all for today. Thank you so much for coming in and hearing me talk for a few minutes about the Sun Devil program. It's an exciting week to be a Sun Devil fan, regardless of what happens. And thank you so much for tuning in today once again. I'll see you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Hicks. And once again, follow me on X at khicks_21 for the best ASU content on the internet. Goodbye. Good night.